Sentomaru has always been one of my favorite side characters that was introduced in One Piece. But a lot of people overlook this guy because he's not as strong as a Yonko commander or whatnot, but you gotta understand and remember there are many ways to be strong in this series. And the way Sentomaru is strong is unlike many other people that you see in the show, which is why I appreciate him a lot. And it was even highlighted in episode 1100, which is that Sentomaru is basically the pacifista incarnate. Even all the way back at the archipelago when Sentomaru was first introduced, he was introduced with pacifistas on deck. And then when it came to him himself, he's no slouch either, because Luffy came in with the Gum Gum Gatling and he just shoved that away super easy. He was the first person in One Piece to completely humble Luffy with nothing but haki and show him that you are not ready for the new world. And he did it really casually. He's not overconfident, he's not a cocky person, he's just here to get his job done. And understanding that he has the pacifista under his thumb, you really got to understand how strong this dude was at Marineford. Because not only did he have a legion of pacifista that will follow every single order that he gives out, the only two parties that have more authority with a pacifista than he does is Vegapunk and the Five Elders themselves. And not just that, they need to be here in person to give the order to actually, supersede his. Meaning at Marineford, even though there were admirals there, Garp was here, the fleet admiral Sengoku was here, none of those dudes have any clearance over these pacifista that supersedes Sentomaru. And like we see in Egghead, if he wanted to say, hey, Seraphim, attack Kizaru, they would attack Kizaru, and there's nothing that man could do about it. And while it has been shown that off guard, people as strong as Lucci can take him down at least with one hit, again, you gotta do it off guard. Because we know that on guard, he actually does have a really decent level of haki. And if you're not as fast as somebody like Lucci, you probably won't be able to catch him off guard as well as he was able to do. Meaning most of the time when Sentomaru pulls up, if you cannot deal with a legion of pacifista, you cannot deal with him. And with the upgrades that are the Seraphim, if you cannot deal with the Seraphim that he have on deck, you cannot deal with him. So in a way, I look at Sentomaru kind of like a stand user, that he himself is still strong enough that he can tank some hits, but his real power lies in the scientific creations made by Vegapunk that are at his disposal. And since he and Vegapunk are on the same side, that means if you are not a literal Five Elder, you cannot do anything to stop these Seraphim. You cannot do anything to stop these pacifista. And if you aren't strong enough to take down legions of these guys, or the new Seraphim models, then you have no business fighting Sentomaru. That's how strong he technically is. Because y'all gotta remember, strength in this world is more than just haki and devil fruit. Technology is also a very big power system in this world. Look at Sanji to understand that. So when you look at it that way, Sentomaru to me is one of the cooler people in One Piece. And anytime he shows up, he is a threat. Not because of him himself, but because of all the stands known as pacifista and Seraphim that he brings with him.